One of the biggest reality checks in today's society is that no one really prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be. Even if you think of yourself as an antisocial or a shy person, in school, you and I were forced to interact with other kids. We were forced to try different activities, take classes. In college, we were around people every day, walking on campus, going to class, talking to girls back then. I couldn't do it, but I knew at the time that it was probably much easier to talk to a girl on campus than it is in the real world. Most young guys, I think, don't realize it at that time, but the male to female ratio in colleges is really good compared to the real world. Then one day, you graduate in your cap and gown, and here comes the real world. Now, if you're lucky, you have a good paying job. Okay, you go to your first job, you go to work every day from 9 to 5, maybe 9 to 6, you come home, play some video games, drink a little wine, and then you go to sleep waiting to repeat the same thing the next day. Life at this stage feels content. You're making money for the first time, congratulations. But after a few months, you start feeling, is this it? Is this what I studied for my whole life? I wonder if there's more. Now, roughly 70% of you have got to pay off some form of student loan debt. 100% of you, most likely, are no longer in that college environment where the social pillars allowed you to be around cute girls, live in dorms, have a hassle-free life where you can actually date. If you try to talk to girls at work and you're not socially calibrated, like I was, chances are you might get a call from HR or you might even get fired, right? And after a few months of this, most young men start to feel, like I did, disillusioned about what the world had promised us. That if we got good grades, if we graduated, if we just got a good job, we can finally get a hot wife and be happy in life. Tried going to the bar, I got rejected. I tried building a social circle, but it's limited. Let me try online dating. Okay, and this is the exact thing that I went through. People meet through online dating, maybe it'll work for me. So you create a profile on Tinder, Bumble, maybe Hinge, Coffee Meets Bagel, and then maybe even try paying for Tinder Premium or whatever. You put some pictures up and you start swiping. You try to pick your best photos and you get to it. Every day you come home and you swipe for 1 or 2 hours. After 2 to 3 weeks, you feel like you're squeezing a lemon that is giving you very little juice. The girls that you really like never match back with you, or if she does match with you for some miraculous reason, she never replies or messages you. And the ones that may send you a message or two, you would never consider going out with in the first place. And deep down you're wondering, does she have a lot of better options than me? Is she talking to other guys? So, how can you change your trajectory? How can you escape the matrix? Here are 3 steps that I took that got out of this repetitive simulation that's going nowhere, where I had no love in my life. Step number 1 was I identified what was really important in a fulfilling life. And I came to the conclusion that for me, my relationships were the most important thing for my happiness. Have you ever been out on a date? You are with your date and then you go to this like really popular place and you're looking at the other girls and you're wondering, damn, I wish I wasn't on a date. Especially if you're like me, you know how to talk to girls and you're like, man, I wish I was single. I could go talk to all these girls right here. And now have you had the opposite of that? I'm on a date with this girl. She's really beautiful. She's so engaging. I could be anywhere else in the world, but I'm here right now. This is exactly where I want to be. I don't even care about any of these other girls here. A lot of guys say, well, online dating doesn't work, social circle doesn't work, cold approach doesn't work, private events doesn't work. It's because your attraction cycle has to be calibrated for each of these different funnels. If you want more information on how to do that, check out this link right here. So where you start on the strategic map, you want to ask yourself, right? Do I do online dating? Do I do social circle? Do I do cold approach? A really good strategy is to double down on your strength. If you had to guess, even if you don't know right now, what would your strength be? What were you naturally good at as a kid? What's something you've always wanted to do, no matter what life threw your way? Do you secretly think that you're actually a good-looking guy if you actually dressed up and actually tried? Do you maybe feel deep down that you can actually go through a total transformation visually? Do you feel like you would actually look good if you knew about fashion and clothes and how to style yourself, that you could actually have this like new persona that really feels authentic to you? Do you wonder that if you actually had the steps that you could actually take great pictures that actually work for online dating? If you do, then check out this link to download the 8 universal style attraction triggers. These are the same style tips that got me from a total nerd to actually getting into Fashion Week, right? And then there's a video that shows you, that breaks down these style attraction triggers and how they work. On the other hand, do you feel like you're someone who might be good with people? Do you enjoy people watching and guessing like, oh, those two are in a relationship, or I think that person has this relationship with each other? Do you enjoy telling stories of people that you see on the street? Do you wonder why people do the things they do? Are you obsessed with social commentary video? Do you enjoy meeting new people? Do you like breaking down social dynamics? If so, then check out this link here. Inside, you'll find a free training that explains why women find certain men attractive. regardless of how they look, based on the 5 honest signals, okay? In this training, you'll discover these 5 honest signals that actually every guy that's good with women use, and also a lot of your favorite romantic movie male leads actually unconsciously do. And then in this training, I'll show you how to use these 5 honest signals to talk to women in your everyday life. Now, if you think being a minority is stopping you, if you feel like being Asian is creating that unconscious bias for you to get the girl that you want, if you feel like you experience unique problems of someone who looks different in Western society, if you want to build a diverse social circle but you're having trouble doing it, and you really have that desire to talk to anybody, any hot girl from any culture, if so, check out datingwithoutborders.net. When you go there, you can download the 2 lines that I use to talk to any girl as an Asian guy. And then when you watch a training, I explain to you what the Asian attraction ratio is, why most Asian guys find it a headache to talk to girls that look different than they do, and actually how to find the girls that actually prefer you and like you rather than don't give a F about you. If you're a little more advanced and you're like, you know, Giovanni, I'm already getting dates, but I feel like my text game is okay, it's a little weak, I want to work on my messaging, I want to get the high-level girls that are getting a lot of guys going after them, check out the 7 high-status messages here. Okay, they're free to download, and I'll explain to you the psychology behind why these 7 messages actually work with girls that have a lot of guys going after them, because they're exceptionally attractive. Follow this link here, or you can check out all of the links in the descriptions below. Now, all these links lead to free resources that you can download. If you want to check out the course, it's optional. I'm not here to hard sell. All of these took me years to develop. And as my mentor once told me, anything in value in this life requires effort. However, these are the models that I've used to really gain a competitive advantage. I use them to get results as efficiently as possible and to reach a level of dating that I didn't even think was possible. And these are the same ones I've taught hundreds of clients that I've used to get a girlfriend or to get engaged or even to create such an abundant dating life that they're so happy most of the time when it comes to their romantic relationships. And now I hope they can help you as well. Check out the links below, enjoy. If you have any questions at all, if you want to share your experience, leave them in the comments below. And then I'll see you in the next one.